All right, here we are in the finals. No clue what I'm up against, but I like this hand a lot. I like it a lot better on the play, but basic island. So we're looking at miracles or what's become very popular online now is Omni Show. So, sorry about that. Um, he's pondering, pondering, pondering. Now, this gives me the opportunity to think out my next turn, right? I can go for Sneak and Show, or I could Ponder. Um, it also reminds me to tell you guys about my sponsor, DojoTradeBots.com. I could not do it without them. So, this turn, I'm going to... Alright, that's a brainstorm, that's fine. I'm going to ponder first, see what I have, hopefully a counterspell that's not a counterspell. But that is a fast land, which would allow me to play Grizzlebrand. So I think I'm going to keep the fast land, play a Petal, make them think I have a Pierce or Flusterstorm in hand, and then just casually, ever so casually, pass my turn. Alright, so it's definitely Omni Show. I'm going to crack this and look for my one Omniscience. Yeah, I know, it's not exactly the greatest plan in the history of time. Alright, so... Well, that certainly isn't amazing. I'm going to put Grizzlebrand and Sneak Show and Tell on top. And that seems acceptable. I'm just going to allow it to resolve and then play Grizzlebrand. Now he can... I can draw 14 cards here. Alright, there's Cunning Wish. What the deck does is it Cunning Wishes for Elementari's Call. Elementari's Call gets him Grizzlebrand. And he can... Wow, not playing that Lotus Petal will come back to haunt me. So I'm going to force here. Force the Cunning Wish. He's going to force. He doesn't have to pay anything to force it. I'm going to misdirection his Force of Will to my... I can actually misdirect it to his own Cunning Wish. But if he has another Force of Will in hand, I lose. Let's see what he's got here. I mean, he's got another Force. Alright, draw another 7. Hit Stone nothing. Hit a Pierce. That Pierce would have really been useful right about now. Alright, so everything resolves. Cunning Wish resolves. That sucks. I have 0 outs now because I didn't play the second Petal. And he goes for a... what? Alright, that's a card in Magic. Not entirely sure. Haven't really seen this one before, but alright. It is certainly a card. So, Cunning Wish, Impulse, and Brainstorm. I mean, he has the game won. The only thing he could be worried about is me having another Force of Will, which is the smart move. So, yeah, he's looking for another counter spell of some sort. Or a second Cunning Wish. Either one wins in the game. Because he'll get Elementari's Call, play Emrakul, take an extra turn, attack. I've seen this before, I know how it works. I'm kind of double queuing at the moment, so if I don't see certain things or see certain cards, I apologize. Man. Overmaster would be... there's the Cunning Wish. I have no answer to it. He gets Elmendari's Call, which is surprisingly expensive on Moto. It's like 12 tickets. But this is overall a relatively cheap deck. I think if you already have the Force Wills, the rest of the deck is very inexpensive. Yep, Elmendari's Call. Cast Elmendari's Call. I'm just going to concede. There's no reason for him to show me Emrakul here. The deck no longer plays Enter the Infinite, and it doesn't play... it doesn't play Enter the Infinite, and it doesn't play Dream Halls anymore. Dream Halls would be good because it also helps out your opponent. So I'm going to take out the Misdirection. I'm going to bring in the Flusterstorms, which are very important here. I'm going to bring in Besieju, which is very important also. Ashen Rider is really good here. I'm going to bring in two Through the Breaches and take out one Force of Will, because when I have Flusterstorms, I don't need Force of Will as much. His deck plays 4 Flusterstorms main deck and 4 Force of Wills. That's his counter package. So as long as I get around that, I'm pretty good. Let me just... I think I gotta pause this here. This is what I like about recording rather than streaming. You guys don't have to sit around and watch for 10 minutes as a guy. You know, since he plays Cunning Wish, he only has like 3 or 4 cards he could bring in and out, like Besieju and maybe I have no idea what else. This is a good opener against this deck. It allows me to Brainstorm, Flusterstorm, and Ponder. So I'm going to Ponder here. Alright, so that's actually pretty sweet. It's going to get a second land into my hand. It's also going to get I'm going to be able to probe him. Although in theory I could wait, because he can't go off turn 1. It doesn't play Simian Spirit Guide, you know, whatever. So he's got what looks like Ponder. He doesn't have any of his pieces, which is nice. Gonna bring out the most useful tool in the history of Magic. My little Snip tool. He does have his fast land, he does have a fetch land, but that's fine. I'm really not worried about either, because, you know, as you could tell, he didn't have his pieces. Dig Through Time is his best card here, obviously. Dig Through Time is one of the best cards ever made, so he's going to do his whole deal. He's going to Ponder. It's fine. You know, it's a deck that is very linear. It looks for only a couple of pieces. And once they get those pieces, they can, you know, they could win the game with, you know, doing their whole Taxium Probe, Ponder, Brainstorm, blah, blah, blah. Now, it looks like I'm Brainstorm locked here, and you could say that, but it's not true, because with each Brainstorm, I'm going to get 1 card deeper, and this is all about 1 card here. And that Ashen Rider is the best card I could have drawn. So I'm going to play that. Now I have Flusterstorm, Ashen Rider, double Brainstorm. Each Brainstorm is going to get me 1 card deeper into the deck, so it's not a Brainstorm lock, although it looks like one. Alright, that's fine. He didn't go for it that turn, which tells me he either doesn't have it with all that cantripping, or he just, you know, is lacking in, or he's worried about me having a counterspell. Alright, there's Besieju. Besieju will win the game. It turns my Force of Will into a Counterflux, and Ashen Rider is still alive here, so I don't remember if he probed me. Alright, so he's gonna Intuition. He's gonna get 3 of the cards that he needs. Oh, this is gonna be a really difficult decision on my part. I'm not quite sure what I should do here. Yeah, I think I guess I'll give him Omniscience. I mean, there's 3 cards there that I can give him. I'm not quite sure when Wizards was making that card, if that was their intention, but alright, so he's obviously going to go for it here. Yeah, he has to go for it. But I have Ashen Rider in hand, which really messes him up. Um, Also, I have another brainstorm, but the brainstorm can be used for Force of Will and then Flusterstorm. Either way, he's gonna show and tell here to dig through time because he needs 3 pieces. So I'm worried about. I'm not worried about much actually. I think I have enough answers in my hand. So, all right, that's him going for it. There's the show and tell. I'll let I could Flusterstorm the show and tell. I could, but I have Ashen Rider in hand. So do I really want to go for that? Honestly, no. I'd rather get the spells that he wants to play when he when Omniscience enters the battlefield, because although they enter simultaneously, he still has priority to cast spells. So first, I want to Force a Will his. I want to. No, I don't want to Flusterstorm. I want to force it in case he forces, and then I can do some things. So yeah, I'm gonna Force a Will here. It's a difficult decision, Flusterstorm or Force a Will, but I think Force a Will is correct because he can play forces for free, and chances are he has one. Is that he may have 2. All right, so he brainstorms. So I didn't do it there. I couldn't let him. It was difficult because he's just gonna cantrip like crazy. But I need to let that go through. Yeah, so at one point in time, Ashen Rider will resolve. The question is when. Alright, so it resolved. That's good. Now he blew. I don't know what he can get with that. I feel good about my hand. Alright, more cantripping. God, if I had Chains of Mephistopheles, he'd be dead. But now his Force of Wills are no longer free. So, like I said, he still needs 3 pieces of his combo. I think here, though, I have the opportunity to cast Brainstorm, but I'm not going to take it. Overmaster is nice, but not entirely necessary, so I'm just going to Brainstorm here. Alright, I got 2 lands, really nothing. But I want the land, so... Because eventually, once I have 5 mana, I'm entirely on the Ashen Rider plan here. So... here's to hoping that I can get to 5 mana before he gets all his pieces. And that's harder. That's a lot harder than one would think. Also, I don't have a second blue card for the Force of Will. Does he have it? I have no idea. His deck only plays 2 Lotus Petals. I'm not 100% sure why, but that's fine. Lotus Petal in his deck seems much better than, 4 Preordains. I would play 2 Preordains, 4 Lotus Petal instead of 4 Preordains and 2 Lotus Petals. Alright. Another Preordain. That's fine. Another land means that I have an uncounterable Force Will. And then he's on a 2-turn clock. Not to mention that his land in play deals him damage. So, alright, there's my land. Just gonna attack here. He's on 2 turns, which means he has to win in the next 2 turns. He has no option. And that option requires him to get... it requires him to get Show and Tell, Omniscience, and another thing. Alright, he's gonna try and dig here. That's fine. I don't know if I want to allow that, though, but I do have an uncounterable Force of Will. And he doesn't have Besiege You. So I think I let that go. Because I'm really not worried about a ton. I mean, obviously, I don't like it when his spells resolve. That's not good. Also, Flusterstorm here doesn't do it because he has enough mana. But he's at 4. Alright, so there's Show and Tell. I'm just going to cast... I could cast Flusterstorm, or I could go for the Uncounterable Force of Will. Flusterstorm just doesn't seem correct. So I'm just going to go for Uncounterable Force of Will, and that should win me the game right there. I love not having to worry about Wasteland, though. That's like my favorite part of Magic. Hard cast uncounterable, a hard cast counterflux here. And that should be game, I think. Yeah, okay. There's no counter target uncounterable spell. So, sideboard, on the draw, do I want to bring in another force? Leon is Sanctity turns off his intuition, but that's not really permanent here. I'm currently shuffling Zendikar lands. I've actually shuffled these lands so much, the printing is coming off of them. So, through the Breach, I should only bring in 1. Show and Tell, just playing Show and Tell scares me. Although Sneak Attack really doesn't seem that impressive here. I should take out a Sneak Attack for a Force of Will, but I think I'm fine with what I currently have. So I don't know what he's going to bring in, honestly. This hand is acceptable, and that's about it. It's acceptable. But what it does allow me to do is after he does his first cantrip, it allows me to probe him and see what he has, depending on whether or not he shuffled or not. So, all right, Ponder. It's fine. That mountain is really, really bad in this spot. That's like the worst possible time ever to draw a mountain. Alright, so he has the combo in hand. And he's got an not Intuit, he has an Impulse, which by the way, in Dragons of Tarkir, they have printed a brand new standard legal Impulse, which is fantastic, by the way. Now I'm going to play 1 land, 1 petal, to leave up the potential of Spell Pierce or Flusterstorm. I'm going to fetch for Volcanic and Ponder. God, that red land is just bad. Alright, so that fast land is fairly useful at this time, but getting Grizzlebrand into my hand seems very important, with the possibility of him having, with him going off next turn, which is completely and utterly viable. That mountain, though, is just, it's haunting me. It's haunting my dreams, man. It's haunting my dreams. Yeah, so it looks like he's going to try and go off here. He has the opportunity to if he wants to. Okay, he's not, and that's good. Gives me the opportunity to draw a fast land, which I can use to... Oh, wait, I'm sorry, Ponder. My bad. Alright, I'm going to Ponder here. Hope to... Oh, dear God. Yeah, I'm going to shuffle that. And I'm just going to pass my turn casually. What sucks is that if that was a volcanic island or an island, that mountain, I'd be able to dig through time, potentially getting a Force of Will out of his hand. Alright, Impulse, that's acceptable. He's going to look for one of his, probably looking for a Force here. That's what I would be doing. Or Cunning Wish. Cunning Wish also works. Dig Through Time also is a little scary. Remember that even if I play Grizzlebrand in response to his Omniscience, I still have to have something in play. I still need the mana to play it, so obviously having that mountain is bad. He's going to probe me here to make sure I don't have Force of Will or Flusterstorm, which is fine. He knows what I have. I have a couple options, though, I'm not gonna lie. In response to when he plays his sneak attack into Omniscience, if he doesn't, even if he has Cunning Wish for Emrakul, I could still play the sneak attack with Emrakul. He's going off here, by the way. Attack with Emrakul, wipe his board. But I think I want to rather go for Griselbrand and draw 14 cards. Because I can have the possibility of drawing both a counterbalance, not counterbalance, I can draw cards. There's a Flusterstorm, that's good. I'm gonna draw another 7. Hopefully hit a force here. Alright, hit a force. It's sad that Ashen Rider, I didn't get it, but it happens. So first I'm gonna force here. His forces are free. I'm fairly sure he has a force or two. Possibly a Flusterstorm. Hey. So my options are really limited because his Force of Wills will be free and mine won't. So, alright, he played another one. So in response, I'm going to Flusterstorm here, or, oh god, if that was an island or a volcanic, oh my god. Okay, so I'm going to Flusterstorm here, but I'm going to target both copies of Dig Through Time, instead of just targeting one thing. Because I think a bunch of spells have been played, so that's fine. He's brainstorming, looking for either another Dig Through Time, Cunning Wish, or sometimes these decks tend to have whatever that's called, the 0 mana counterspell. If you don't pay 5 next turn, you lose. So my Flusterstorm is really difficult here because it's using Flusterstorm on Moto is about as easy as hacking into the what is it called, the Pentagon. So tons of Flusterstorm triggers going off at once, and I'm just wondering if playing Sneak Attack would have been the better option. And apparently I'm like Flusterstorming my own force. Force dies. Alright, that's fine. Can't draw any more cards though. Let's see if he has an answer. My only answer would be Pyroblast. Is it Pyroblast? What is it called? Yeah, Pyroblast or Red Elemental Blast, which I currently have neither. So he is gonna, this is now like Modern Storm, in that he needs to hit his answer immediately. Now this is gonna take a while, because he can cantrip multiple times. I cannot, because I have a mountain in play, which sucks. I'm just wondering if that Sneak Attack would have made more sense. No, I wouldn't have been able to draw any cards though, and he could have Cunning Wished again for an Echoing Truth for the Sneak Attack. But then I would have had Petal. No, I would have been able to play an uncounterable. Well, I wouldn't have been able to counter his force, so I had to go Griselbrand. Right? Yeah, because I didn't have Ashen Rider, so. He's pondering. Still pondering. Still pondering. Still pondering. I'm gonna ask him if he's got it. If he's got it, he can just tell me. I don't have an answer, so. I can go to -5, which is always nice. Alright. Still pondering. Still pondering. I'm double queuing with standard. Yep, take a look. See, I don't have the answer. Probe me, bro. You probe me. I mean, you could see the power of these two decks. I mean, this is real magic here. Alright, look for your answer. Still pondering. Different ponder. New pondering. And, into a preordain. Alright. I mean, if he's got tendrils, I am not even close to still alive. I am so far dead. He finally hit a dig through time. Okay. So, there's this dig. I have no answer. I'm just saying there, you know, rarely in life do you ever just sit there with a Grizzlebrand waiting for your opponent to kill you. But, hey, what could I say, man? This is real magic right here. It's sad that it's a format that's slowly dying off, but, you know, what could I say? I'll miss it, but it killed itself. Alright, you got me. Nothing I could do. Well, guys, this is gonna be me 3-1ing the Legacy. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it for a very, very short period of time. And eventually, yep, here it is. Alright, attack me. Come on. Come at me, bro. Come at me. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and yeah, that's it. I'm at -13. So, I will see you again next time, and don't do anything I wouldn't do.